Today we're going to talk about a beautiful and interesting coin, the Morocco 10 dirham coin from 1995. This coin is special because of its design, history, and bimetallic structure, which makes it attractive to world coin collectors. First, let's look at the basic details. This coin was minted in 1995. It has a face value of 10 dirhams. It is a bimetallic coin, meaning it is made from two different metals. The center of the coin is made of copper nickel, and the outer ring is made of aluminum bronze. The coin weighs approximately 12 grams, has a diameter of 28 millimeters, and a thickness of about 2.4 millimeters. Because of its size and weight, it feels solid and well made in hand. Obverse, front side. On the front side of the coin, we see the portrait of Hassan II, who ruled Morocco from 1961 to 1999. Below the portrait, you can see an Islamic pentagram, a five-pointed star symbol that appears on Moroccan national symbols. Around the outer ring, there is Arabic text that translates to Hassan II, Kingdom of Morocco. This design reflects Morocco's royal heritage and national identity. Reverse, backside. When we turn the coin over, we see the coat of arms of the Kingdom of Morocco. In the center, the large number 10 represents the denomination 10 dirhams. Below it, the value is also written in Arabic script. On the left side, you will find the year 1995, which is the Gregorian calendar year. On the right side, you will see 1415, which is the Islamic Hijri calendar year. At the top, there is again the Islamic pentagram symbol. Production and rarity. This coin is part of a short series that was produced only in 1994 and 1995. Even though it was made for a limited number of years, it is still considered a very common coin in the collector market. That means it is not rare or extremely valuable. Market value. Now the big question, how much is it worth? The face value is 10 Moroccan dirhams, which is roughly equal to about $1, depending on exchange rates. In collector condition, especially in very fine VF grade, the coin usually sells for around $1 to $2. On online marketplaces like eBay, you might sometimes see it listed for $2 or $3, but after shipping costs, the profit is usually very small. However, if you find this coin in a world coin bin at a local coin shop for a very low price, like 25 cents, that would be a great deal. Final thoughts. The 1995 Morocco 10 dirham coin may not be extremely rare, but its bimetallic design, royal portrait, and dual calendar dates make it an interesting and affordable addition to any world coin collection. If you collect international coins, this is a nice historical piece to own without spending a lot of money. I hope this video helped you understand more about this coin. If you have this coin in your collection, let me know in the comments. See you in the next rare coin video. Treasure hunters, coin collectors, and history lovers, listen very carefully. Today, we're uncovering the jaw-dropping truth behind a coin that looks completely ordinary, yet could hold surprising value. We're talking about the legendary 1973 Kenya 1 shilling coin. At first glance, it's just pocket change. A simple 1 shilling coin from Kenya. Many people have seen it. Some may even have one sitting in an old drawer, coin jar, or forgotten wallet. But what if I told you that under the right circumstances, this small coin could be worth far more than its face value? Let's dive in. The 1973 Kenya 1 shilling was issued by the Republic of Kenya during an important era in the country's post-independence history. On one side of the coin, you'll find the portrait of Jomo Kenyatta, Kenya's first president and a powerful symbol of national unity and independence. On the reverse side, the coin features Kenya's coat of arms, two lions holding shields, a symbol of strength, protection, and sovereignty. Millions of these coins were minted in 1973. Because of that, most examples are considered common in the numismatic world. In average circulated condition, they are typically worth only a small amount above face value. But here's where things get interesting. Within large coin productions, rare variations and minting errors can sometimes occur, and collectors know this very well. Some 1973 Kenya 1 shilling coins have been discovered with off-center strikes, double die errors in the lettering, unusual spacing in the date, slight variations in design details, or unique minting flaws. To the average person, these might look like imperfections. A serious collector? They could be hidden treasure. Now, let's be clear. Not every 1973 Kenya 1 shilling is worth thousands or millions. Social media often exaggerates these claims. The majority of these coins are classified as common and typically trade for a small collector premium. However, if a coin is found in uncirculated condition, meaning it shows no wear, sharp details, original mint luster, and no cleaning damage, its value increases significantly compared to worn examples. And if that same coin also belongs to a documented rare die variety or significant mint error, that's when serious collectors start paying attention. In rare cases, exceptional error coins or extremely high-grade certified pieces can attract strong bidding in private sales or auctions. Competitive collectors and investors may enter bidding wars over rare varieties, especially when supply is very limited. That's why experts recommend something important. If you own a 1973 Kenya 1 shilling coin, examine it carefully. Use a magnifying glass. Check the date. Inspect the lettering. Look closely at the portrait and coat of arms. Notice any unusual doubling, misalignment, or striking errors. And most importantly, never clean the coin. Cleaning can permanently reduce its collector value. Even light polishing can damage the original surface and lower the grade dramatically. If you believe you've found something unusual, consider having the coin evaluated by a professional numismatist or a recognized grading service. Proper authentication and grading can make a huge difference in market value. Beyond the money, this coin carries historical significance. 1973 was a time when Kenya was building its national identity. The coin represents more than currency. It represents a young nation strengthening its independence and global presence. So the next time you see a small, worn coin from Kenya, don't dismiss it too quickly. It might just be a common piece of history. Or it might be a rare variation waiting to be discovered. The world of coin collecting is built on patience, research, and attention to detail. Sometimes the most valuable treasures aren't buried underground. They're hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1973 Kenya 1 shilling coin, stay tuned for more hidden coin stories that could change the way you look at your spare change. Because you never know, your next big discovery could already be in your pocket. Treasure hunters and coin collectors. Today we're talking about a small coin with a surprisingly interesting story. Did you know that an old 1986 Turkey 50 lira coin could be a valuable addition to your collection? Now before you get too excited, this is not a $1 million coin, but in the right condition, it can definitely bring a nice premium and become a true gem for collectors. So let's break down its design, history, mintage, and most importantly, the condition that makes it desirable. First, let's talk about the design. The 1986 Turkey 50 lira coin features the inscription, Türkiye Cumhuriyeti, which means Republic of Turkey. At the center, you'll find a denomination, 50 lira. Surrounding the design are wheat stalks, symbolizing agriculture, growth, and prosperity, an important part of Turkey's economy during that era. Above the wheat stalks, you'll see the crescent and star, a direct nod to the Turkish national flag. This powerful symbol represents national identity, unity, and independence. Even though the design looks simple, it carries strong patriotic meaning. Now let's talk about history and mintage. This coin was in circulation from 1984 to 1986. In 1986 alone, approximately 32 million coins were minted. That means one important thing. This coin is not rare in average condition. You can still find it in old collections, coin jars, flea markets, and online marketplaces without much difficulty. But here's where things get interesting. Collectors don't just care about the coin itself. They care about condition. And condition changes everything. In average circulated condition, the 1986 Turkey 50 lira coin is usually worth between 6 to 20 cents. If it's an extra fine, XF condition, meaning light wear but strong details, it may sell for around 30 cents or slightly more. So what makes the biggest difference? A coin in top-notch, uncirculated condition. We're talking about bright, original shine. No scratches. No edge damage. Sharp, clear details. No cleaning or polishing marks. That original mint luster is what serious collectors look for. Here's something very important. Never clean your coin. Many beginners think cleaning makes a coin more valuable. In reality, cleaning creates tiny scratches and destroys the natural surface. Experienced collectors can immediately spot a clean coin, and it reduces the value significantly. An original coin, even if slightly toned, is always more desirable than a polished one. Now let's talk about demand. While this coin isn't extremely rare, collectors who are building a complete Turkish coin set from the 1980s need it to finish their collection. And when someone is completing a full date set, they often look for the best possible condition. On platforms like eBay, Etsy, and collector markets, high-grade examples sell faster than average ones, especially when included in a complete series. That's where the small profit opportunity comes in. It's not life-changing money, but for serious collectors, quality matters. Beyond value, this coin represents a specific economic era in Turkey during the mid-1980s. It reflects the country's monetary system before later currency reforms. Every coin carries history, and this one is no different. So here's the big question. Do you have a 1986 Turkey 50 lira coin? And more importantly, what condition is it in? Is it worn and dull from circulation? Or is it sharp, shiny, and nearly untouched? Take a closer look. Use a magnifying glass. Check the wheat details, the lettering, and the edges. Sometimes the difference between a common coin and a collectible piece comes down to tiny details. Coin collecting isn't just about money. It's about history, patience, observation, and understanding what makes certain pieces stand out. The 1986 Turkey 50 lira may not be a rare treasure, but in excellent condition, it can definitely be a solid and attractive addition to any collection. So tell me in the comments, what condition is your coin in? And if you enjoy discovering the real stories behind everyday coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more hidden coin insights. Because sometimes, the most interesting pieces aren't the rarest ones. They're the ones hiding in plain sight. This is last coin ever held a small object in your hand that carries within it the story of an entire nation, its kings, its struggles, its political changes, and its identity. Today, we're diving into the story of the 1961 Afghanistan 5 Afghanis coin, a small piece of metal that represents a powerful chapter in Afghan history. Let's start with the historical background. In 1961, Afghanistan was ruled by King Muhammad Zahir Shah, the last king of Afghanistan. His reign, which lasted from 1933 to 1973, was considered a period of gradual modernization and relative stability before the political upheavals and revolutions that would later reshape the country. The early 1960s were a time when Afghanistan was balancing tradition with reform. The country was opening up to development, education, and limited constitutional change, while still maintaining its royal system. This coin comes from that era, before the Republic, before the Soviet invasion, and before decades of conflict. That alone gives it historical weight. Now let's talk about the design. The 1961 5 Afghanis coin features Afghanistan's national emblem of the time. The emblem typically includes a mosque with a mihrab and pulpit, surrounded by flags and traditional elements that reflect the Islamic and cultural identity of the country. Around the rim, you'll often find decorative details inspired by traditional Afghan patterns. These artistic elements give the coin a distinctive appearance and cultural depth. It's not just currency. It's a reflection of national pride and identity. Physically, the coin is lightweight. It was struck in bronze or aluminum bronze, depending on the mint batch. Because it was made from low-value metal and produced for circulation, it is not extremely rare based on material alone. But here's where collectors start paying attention. Condition, mint insurance, and historical interest. Those three factors determine collectible value. So, is a 1961 Afghanistan 5 Afghanis coin rare? However, coins from Afghanistan's monarchy period are highly interesting to collectors. Many numismatists who focus on Middle Eastern or South Asian coins actively look for pieces from the royal era. Coins from the early 1960s represent a peaceful but pivotal time in Afghanistan's history, and that historical context increases their appeal. Now let's answer the big question. How much is the 1961 5 Afghanis coin worth today? Values vary depending on condition, rarity, demand, and overall market trends. Here are general estimates. Circulated condition, approximately 5 cents to $2. Fine to very fine condition, around $2 to $5. Uncirculated condition, roughly $5 to $15. Brilliant uncirculated or mint state, possibly higher if demand is strong. While it's not considered a high investment coin, it does hold solid collectible value, especially for those building historical or regional collections. And remember, prices can change depending on market demand. One very important rule for collectors: never clean your coin. Many beginners believe polishing or cleaning will increase value. In reality, cleaning damages the original surface and reduces collector appeal. Experienced buyers can easily detect clean coins, and that usually lowers the price. Original patina, the natural aging of the metal, is often preferred. Now imagine this. This coin was circulating in Afghanistan during a time of monarchy and relative calm, long before the political transformations that would follow. It may have passed through markets, shops, and hands across Kabul and beyond. It witnessed a different Afghanistan. That's what makes it special. Not just its metal, not just its price, but story. If you own a 1961 Afghanistan 5 Afghanis coin, treasure it. And if you're presenting it on your channel, tell its story proudly. Because coin collecting isn't just about value. It's about history you can hold in your hand. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoy historical coin stories like this, stay tuned for more fascinating pieces from around the world.